No, you lying. You throw that away. See? Good job.
Yeah, that's a vibe, kid.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa. Everyone settle in, football fans, because week 5 is already here. Which is crazy to think about because we were counting this thing down all summer long. But here we are, the Bucs and the Falcons in the Thursday Nighter. That's right, a primetime game featuring the one and only Kirk Cousins. But before you claim Cousins can't win under the lights, think again. He's actually 9-8 in primetime over his last 17 games after that really tough start to his career. And hey, give Cousins some credit because he's actually played pretty well in these games all along. Kirk is fitting right in with the Atlanta faithful, embracing the Falcons' rivalry with the Saints, who they beat on Sunday.
Did you notice the intensity through this rivalry?
They were playing that song about you swag and surf, and the whole stadium was moving. And I looked around, I was like, this is pretty sweet.
He's just so wholesome, you know? He's just one of those wholesome men who don't really get trends, but he vibes with it, and I respect it. Now, one guy that loves Thursday nights is Baker Mayfield. He's 2-1 as a starter, but has come off the bench in 2 memorable wins. There was his NFL debut back in 2018, when he led Cleveland to its first win in what felt like 10 years. Then 2 years ago, he came off the bench to lead a 2-score comeback against the Raiders. And that was just 2 days after he'd signed with the Rams. In all, Mayfield has thrown 7 TDs, with just 1 interception in his Thursday night career. You can catch tonight's game between the Falcons and Bucs on TSN. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. And be sure to hit up TSN's YouTube for our newest NFL show, It's Broken Table, powered by FanDuel, as Hein, Karolnik, Davis, and Stevie Johnson talk all things football, and you know what? Takia joins them sometimes too. The wait is almost over as it is the eve of the NHL regular season. And with it being only a day away, we thought it was the perfect time to talk about first overall pick Macklin Celebrini. He left Tuesday's preseason game with a lower body injury. But according to the Sharks, he should only miss a few days of practice, which means he should be back opening night. Assuming Celebrini can stay healthy, what kind of season can we expect from him? Well, last year at Boston University, he put up 64 points in 38 games, which is 3rd best in the NCAA. But what makes Macklin's scoring so impressive is that he did it at just 17 years old. In fact, his age 17-year-old season was the best in NCAA history. And second place Jonathan Taves isn't even close. And how about Celebrini's ties to Jack Eichel? They both spent a single season at Boston, where they scored at a very similar rate, and both took home the Hobey Baker as the top college player. In his rookie season, Eichel put up an impressive 56 points for the Sabres. So what is realistic for Celebrini? Looking at recent top picks, 50 points would put him right in at about the middle. Now, not everyone starts on fire. Just look at Slavkovsky and Hughes. They've struggled in year 1, but have since shown that they can hang in the NHL. And safe to say, Celebrini will have a chance to figure things out. Either way, we are excited to see what is in store for his rookie campaign. I honestly haven't even wrapped my mind around the fact that the NHL regular season is starting tomorrow. I gotta wrap my mind around getting my heart broken again. I'm not ready, you know? I'm not ready. Time now for the latest edition of FanDuel Fast Facts. We talked about the Thursday Nighter off the top of the show. Let's get back into the Falcons and Bucs. And honestly, I feel as though I've been crushing these Fast Facts so far this season. We will continue my epic run today. And that day is today. Here we go. Baker Mayfield is 2-0 in his career against Kirk Cousins. This is the first time he's faced him in a divisional matchup. Mayfield has 36 TD passes since his start of 2003, trailing only Dak Prescott and Jordan Love amongst NFL QBs, and FanDuel has Mayfield at plus 440 to throw 3 or more TDs tonight. Cousins has led the Falcons on game-winning drives in both their wins this season. Cousins has led 14 game-winning drives since 2021, which is the most in the NFL. The over-under for tonight's game is set at 43.5. The Bucs have averaged 30 points per game in their 3 wins this season. Atlanta is averaging just 15.3 points per game on offense this season, which is 26 in the NFL. Cousins has thrown just for 4 touchdown passes in 4 games. Oh my goodness. Bijan Robinson. Okay. What? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5. I feel like that's my average. But again, I think you're not understanding how there's actually more than one fact in each paragraph that I'm reading. So technically, I said it was 5. It was more like 10, 11 stats. You're welcome. So we're all fired up about the start of the hockey season tomorrow. But did you know that the NBA season is less than 20 days away? 19 to be exact. Now, it's been a busy week or so with the Raps announcing that they're going to retire Vince's jersey, and all the Media Day fun this week that we talked about in yesterday's show. There was a huge deal over the weekend that shook up both conferences, with the Knicks and Manny agreeing to swap Julius Randle and Cat. And the Knicks have been knocking on the door of the East for a few years now. Plus, we all remember what Ant and the T-Wolves did to the defending champs last season. FanDuel has both these teams as title contenders this year. The Knicks were the 3rd best odds and Manny tied for 4th. Both these teams are stacked. So Cat and Randall might be able to fly under the radar this season. Ant might be the best young player in the league. And Jalen Brunson inserted himself as an MVP candidate last season. This year, FanDuel has both in the MVP picture, with Brunson at 10-1 and Edwards right behind him. Now the Knicks did break up their Nova 4 in the deal, flipping Dante DiVincenzo to the T-Wolves in the deal. And yesterday Brunson went on Instagram and wished the best for his former teammates, bidding goodbye to both Dante and Randall. That's it for me today. We'll see you back in tomorrow at 3 Eastern, New Pacific. Have a good one.